APC, now we on party, oh. APC, now we on party, oh. APC, we no go come out, APC, we no go come out, APC, now we on party, oh. APC, now we on party, oh. Super boy. Hey, overtaking is allowed.
Hello?
Super boy.
Hello?
Hello.
Sweet Bonita. Oh, the link.
APC no go tire, tire no go tire, APC no go tire, we all like APC. We all like APC. Butka economy.
Right, greetings to all comrades of the APC. This is now the APC Diaspora Online TV platform, and me, na comrade Awan Kasu. Today, on a Sunday, the 19th of November 2023. And of course, always day on this platform every Sunday alongside Sweet Bonita and Fatia Samora. Today we get Sweet Bonita with the join me later on. It run late small, but of course, as usual, this platform gets very, very important discussion today, this Sunday, with the Camtona as comrades and compatriots of Sierra Leone. The topic we get today, now one way a lot of people them very concerned about, Sierra Leoneans them, the grassroots Sierra Leoneans, the poor people, and people them from right across the world. They're very concerned about this thing we they call the finance bill, where they passed about a week ago in the parliament, and people of Sierra Leone right across the globe are very concerned about it. Very soon, the comrade Sweet Bonita go join me, and we get two guests that we get for join me tonight. One of them, when Honorable Aaron Aruna Koroma, we I think the deputy opposition leader or minority leader in the parliament. We don't serve the parliament for, I think, this is not the third time. And of course, we get the Sweden Secretary General, with Mr. Andrew Kamara. We said go for join me inside this platform for can discuss this very finance bill. So very soon, we go introduce Mr. Andrew, make he can join me. But before Mr. Andrew they come in, I want for bring in my co-host with Madam Sweet Bonita. We don't join me at the platform. Over to you, Sweet Bonita.
Thank you so much. Good evening, viewers. And today is November 23. We'll be talking about the with our great, as Commodore said. So back to you, the ranker suit, please.
Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. And now I want to bring the Secretary General of the APC Sweden District winner, no other person but Mr. Andrew Kamara. Make yourself come live and say hi to comrade.
Good evening, comrades. Again, this comrade Andrew Kamara from Sweden, the APC Sweden District.
Right. Thank you very much, Comrade Andrew Kamara. And of course, by popular demand, Mr. Andrew Kamara seems to be a regular person now on this platform because in submissions and in way and style of presenting himself on this platform and to the topic, don't make people in the requests for make you go they come, but they can't talk to we on issues them, particularly this one with the finance bill. You know, as an accountant by profession, Mr. Andrew don't they follow this finance bill and the provisions them inside the finance bill were very controversial and will affect the people of Sierra Leone. Well, of course, APC party just come na parliament. The members of parliament elect just come na parliament straight away, then slam this finance bill in front of them for passing through. Some people would say this finance bill, APC accept this finance bill wholeheartedly and blanketly just sweep through parliament just like that. They're not able to do much. Some people say, well, APC can always win the debate, but then they lost the vote the parliament. So it doesn't matter what they say in the parliament, even when they get a bigger number, they always they lost the vote. But now we get a smaller number of parliament. There's not much APC members can do, but at least waiting then able for say for caution this government about this finance bill. Some of the provisions that they not good for the country, not good for the people of Sierra Leone. Hardship plenty, and the things say a lot here for happen. So the question where some people ask now, or with this platform they ask, was it nay or no for APC as opposed to yes or yay to the APC for this finance bill? So I want first of all bring Mr. Andrew, make you can talk to we. And the one that we don't join in this platform, please, I want to make we share this link, make this link go viral, make people listen to Mr. Andrew waiting again for say about this finance bill. APC MP, of course, they're all into a lot of attack from different people and various sectors of the community. They attack, say, na them, and some people they say na SLPP MPs them, and all of that. But I they bring you come in, Mr. Andrew. This finance bill, APC accept this bill yeah, so blanketly without putting a fight for make them do some adjustments before the bill come to the final stage. Over to you, Andrew. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you very much, comrade Owan Kosu and the co-host, comrade Sweet Bonita, and the rest of the team. Once for again, say thank you to now for the day-to-day commitment towards educating the people about waiting they happen because not all man get the time for the research on waiting they happen as alone. Not to all man able to understand financial policies. So we dey take with time for the camp una they bring we on board for contribute towards the day-to-day discourse. With that said, the finance bill when it comes to the APC because they follow the debate at Parliament, then put up a very solid fight. But unfortunately, and be able to pass the bill because we all know the astronomical figure of the SLPP power parliamentarians within a parliament. And if you put together the parliament chiefs, them again, most of them they favor the regime. So they be succeed for pass the bill parliament. But if you look deeply for pass the bill now one, the effect of the finance bill I more may they focus on for can discuss. Because no matter how the APC try for come and try for put up an argument, because I see the way Honorable the leader, Honorable Abdul Kabo and Honorable Aaron will get for join me again, and then other members of the opposition APC, they come up with them prefer suggestions to the speaker. They put a case, but all of a sudden we see them pass the bill, but it's still in the president, Madam Index. We wait for see. Last week I'll be making an appeal now for make the president using wisdom and now sign that bill day, because the bill gets a lot of ripple effects them. It gets a lot of negative effects them. We're not good for the country, the economy, not good for the masses them where they suffer every day in a salon. But we will come as we continue for talk. We'll come educate the public, who people them within the diaspora and with the back home about what in this finance bill they about, and then what in for be the side effects them, what in for be the effects them to the GDP, and what will be the effect them to the debts them already will get, both internal and external debts them. I mean domestic and foreign debts. Yeah, so I go stop here for now. Thank you, Juan Koso.
Right. There are provisions inside this bill they affect the people of Sierra Leone. One of the main provisions them within the talk say they become levy taxes on the staple commodity when a rice. Every Sierra Leonean they eat on a daily basis. And this rice, they say that they levy a 5% increase on that by January. And then the following year, it go to about 10%, or maybe they even talk about the cement and iron rods. All of this, with all waiting they happen to right now, the hardship will go on, and the minimum wage very, very low at the moment, and all review them, and businesses need to go on. And I believe say then still depend tax people them we get shocked them. I think the last time we invite as a legal, so you tell we say 5 million a month for a shop, possibly they open business, get for pay that tax day. Some people and it's small trade in the sell for tax them. So this thing they affect people them. Some of them provision and they waiting we actually do as a nation or as a people. The governments go look at we and try for levy taxes like that on we for generate funds for feed themselves, for pay themselves, for enjoy the luxury, all them facilities them where they enjoy. They're not able for use measures for cut down on their allowances than they rather than for levy them on the people of this country. What do you think, Mr. Andrew?
I want to start from Musa Istopo and Koso. We get for do with the reckless spending of this government, waiting in the use we money, because somebody will come say, why Andrew say money, this na government money. That mean in a government. You will listen, be you APC, SLPP, NGCC, C, or you be ordinary somebody we not in no political party. You just there as an ordinary Sierra Leonean. This now we money. But before we reach that side, because we've got a lot of things then for discuss today, I want for pause here and try for come to the expenditure for 2022. I try for do a research thoroughly when me one course will be talk, but look at how much this government they don't expense as of 2022, because 2023 financially are not done it. So let us focus on 2022 for now. The expenditure rate for the government, the total expenditure for 2022 now 16.1 trillion leons. Now, when I say total expenditure, now the one way the president use for fly, the one way they use for entertainment, the one way they use for buy top up or buy luxurious motor car, then build mansions for themselves, travel overseas on vacation, 16.1 trillion euros. Of this money, you get 11.1 when recurrent expenditure. What in this mean? This the money we then use on luxury. Like for example, for toiletries, for travel, for entertainment, for coffee and tea, for wages and salaries. Now, when they talk about expenditure, the one way they more way encouraging and where we as a country for welcome, now capital expenditure. Capital expenditure they talk about some money what we they use for build schools, build hospital, for pay the people who they work, I mean qualified medical doctors, teachers them. These are capital expenditures. If we use only 5 trillion leons as of 2022 for only build schools, hospitals, maintain the social sector, the rest 11.1 trillion leons was used on entertainment, on coffee and tea, like they go out for get la dida, wages and salaries to themselves, like when you see the president they hire, you get already a minister of labor, you get again an advisor for employment, Alpha Timbo, where you don't fire, you don't come back in. This all double up this expenditure rate, where now 11.1 trillion. So meaning the government spent 11.1 trillion euros wastefully. This money, not all money where they use on a very credible basis, meaning this na money where they just use for their own basic ladida and entertainment. When you look at all this, you look at again as an accountant why this government choose for spending kind of money there. Now, after spending these huge sums of money, I mean 16.1 trillion as of 2022, the government don't go out of funds for run the country. So the result for come back to we the masses, because now we all day. You will listen to me. This hasn't anything to do with politics. This gets to do with the day-to-day. Where the man can power then tell me about bread and butter. Where then come then say, then go make sure say the bread and butter basket be full for every Sierra Leonean. This not just gets to do with whether the APC or SLPP. This gets to do with everybody where they in a salon. You they live now the west, they live now the north, now the south, now the east. This gets something to do with you where they listen now. Now, if government don't spend any kind of money there, now they don't see them again calculate. They were expecting, mind you, then spending kind of money on the basis that they expect money for come from the MCC who been discussed last week now. They be expect for get money from grants. They be expect for get money from loans. In fact, now even countries that will be the loan we now they don't stop for loan we because we GDP don't be so much choked up with a lot of debt. I mean, we get 96% of the GDP was subjected to debt. So if 96% as of 2022 subjected to debt, me famulem, now only 4%, minute percentage, now in there now with GDP for run the country. And so therefore, waiting the government decide for do, then come back to you, the ordinary masses, and me and the way they talk now, say let them can tax we, triple tax. This tax not get anything for do with the one they will already get money. The rich they continue for be richer, the poor they continue for be poorer. Because when they come, then tell you say the basic rest where you they eat. As of last week, we discussed a tap small on Tomabo. 5 years back, then come and sing a lot of, they make fun fair about Tomabo. They make a lot of publicity about Tomabo. But when you ask yourself a question, how much really then do for make we see say Tomabo actualize? Now, fruitless endeavor. As of last week, I saw a publication from the Stowaway anti-corruption boss Ben Kelfala. We have gone, we don't know who side there at the moment. We see them pull a report say that investigate Tomabo. Imagine after 5 years of spending almost $50 million. This $50 million, if you take them, look at them picking the way they go back last week. 11 of them suffer from kush absorption. The kush substance, they kill people every day. If you take this $50 million and put them into quality, like what they come and we say, the flagship program of the government as of 2018, 2017, then be the campaign now waiting education. Fix this money into education. We know they are against agriculture, but nothing they not do tomorrow. So if this money was spent on education, most of the young people there, they offer scholarships, make sure say people like what they say the education are free, but we know say not just cosmetic. These are just rhetorics, not to free. Education now expensive more than I even day. They make it they see say most of the young people them they don't turn drop out. They're able to maintain the expenditure rates at the education level. And so if we look at 96% of the debt we don't subjected into the GDP, I mean both domestic and foreign debt, government don't run out of money. Now the $450 million will they be expect from the MCC, forthcoming. So all this they trigger the question say, when they pass the parade say they don't win MCC, the money they come, they tell us in a fake. Because if this money forthcoming, they're not going to come back and run to you, the masses. The poor man where they live in Susan's Bay, the poor man where they all day na Abacha, they sell old plastic them for survival. That man where they live na Kubola, the one where they live behind Kailan, the one where they live behind Potlok or Usa Andrew Komot, come again to the masses and can take back the basic for Musa Una they survive. The question where are they put to Una the masses now? How long we go continue for support rogue politicians in a salon? How long we go continue for support wicked politicians? I mean, a politician when they come and talk about a lot of policies, when they badge for campaign for winning over. But all of a sudden, when time reach for let them deliver, they're not able to deliver. In fact, the basic way they give us a grant or a support from them countries outside they live, now they back then they take for buy. Lamborghini for the for buy Infinity FX35 or FX45 or buy the recent Murano or buy the recent Toyota Land Cruiser Prado for the girlfriend them, buy the recent iPhone. Now they don't run out of cash because of that one day they don't come back and come quiz with the what a finance act. This bill no good. Last week I make an appeal to the government. I just give now this backdrop why they come with this bill. Why they come with an because we country like I tell now, if 16.1 trillion was spent, and of that money they now only 5 trillion they spend on capital expenditure, the rest now unaccountable recurrent expenditure where now like ladida day-to-day activities. The president will travel one, I see plenty newspapers them where come on a door where they say the president or as of 2022 he spent 180 billion euros for travel overseas, back and forth. And as we all know, he don't embark on the same duty for travel. He just come on to Saudi Arabia. From where he come on to Brussels, we go receive that fake award with the GIAM as best president in Africa. We know it's not fake. It has nothing to do with the country developed one. This nothing when they just go pay bribe for let them take their award they are. Because we know plenty of presidents that live in Africa, like the president within Malawi, the presidents that within South Africa, the presidents within Nigeria. Even the one way just overthrew Guinea, the junta leader, is doing more than what him other they do for the country. I mean, in the positive side, because the way they travel go Guinea, you look at how much leons be they afford to franc Guinea. If you take, let's say, 100,000 leons, you they get almost 150,000 franc Guinea. People in the left salon go buy business in Guinea because of just the exchange rate will be the triple then. Now, they be again. Plenty businesswomen, the way they run Guinea, where they listen this interview. And you say where they listen, say what time do they talk. This not to rhetorics or not to just they can't fine tune words them. This is a fact. And nothing will make the economy they bad and the economy don't be buried beneath the rubble. It they shrink every day. All the people that will come with PhDs, some come out Cambridge, some come out Harvard, some come out from other universities in the US and this part of the world, then go say, then go serve the power government. All what we can for realize say now fake the degrees they wouldn't get or the PhD they wouldn't get or the professors them as we see that Kefala Kalon has just been fired. When they be there in opposition, we see Kefala Kalon. When they be the parade all over the place, they write a lot of boku English. They oppose the then government. Not they against opposition. But when they put in a table now for men, they can't deliver. What think Kefala Kalon can do? It can be two currencies. Two currencies, stand alone self-contribute. Because as of an interview where they reformed the then governor, we said they spent $68 million for bribe, for all the loans, for all the dollars, foreign currency. So that alone, a big slap to the then governor. I mean, this not good for we, and these are not good economic policies. Because Kefala Kalon been carried with Professor Kefala Kalon, as the purport saying a professor, but we know say a very solid professor for be able to provide solid solutions, I mean solid physical policies, but for able to uphold the economy. But all said and done, Salon, they on the life supporting machine as far as the economy concerned. So therefore, then people there resort back for can't to the masses, for can't tax we heavily. Rest now you get for pay additional 5%. Now, as of 2024 to 2025, you get for go to 10%. So if we not think twice and try for continue for all these governments accountable, because now we responsibility as citizens, now we hire them. Then now we employ them. Now we not the employer because they reach for campaign as we been seeing. APC been come then campaign, SLP come then campaign. So the campaign they continue, but when they come, when we give them the power, they won't come to we back. So we get for continue for ask them questions. Would I come and tell we say when I come and I go try for put the rest on from 200,000? So I might need number we go affordable to every Sierra Leoneans. When I've been saying that they don't put the inflation rate to a single digit. All of a sudden, we don't see a forthcoming. So one Kosu, I want to stop here for now. All the time they say we debt to with GDP is 96% as of 2022. This is just 2022. Maybe now we did in minus. All right. Stop here for now.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrew. You don't give me a serious background of serious issues and problems that we go through as a country, and people that don't listen. I want to welcome. The one that in the platform with the view, please do not help me for share this program, Mr. Almami, God's Time, Kingsley, Sweet Bonita, are you there? Yeah. There's a video they ready for come on. We technical team go play for we set the premise from waiting Mr. Andrew down the talk. But Sweet Bonita, yes, please. Do you wanna speak up the platform, please? Yeah.
Yeah, just having few the technical team needs to be in contact with me because I'm my guest right now, just saying a few things. Yeah. Here we have Lamin Denke here, Almami Kamara. Says very spirited analysis from Mr. Andrew Kamara. He's a brain in Sierra Leone. Then we have here got St. Kingsley. It says the PhD holder of Power Park government. Then highlight key pass. Not ever goes like Pudawe, not ever goes school. Then this is from Dowda B. Kanu. Says hello comrades. This is apparently this Dowda B. Kanu is following Comrade Andrew all the way from also. Then we have Christabel John. Good evening, all the way from Manchester. We have Darren Tummels all the way from Bangor. Yes, Bangor, Northern Ireland. That's what we have on the platform right now, please.
Okay, well, Sweet Bonita, the technical team gets something for play for we set the premise from Musai with this discussion will go for go. So
well, it would be nice because I'm sure like
I know that there will be some.
Yes, sir. Go on.
Who created this mess that I'm now cleaning up? Who will be the loudest in calling me names, claiming that I am the problem, and calling on citizens to attack me? But I'm not intimidated by that. I'm here to serve Malawians. And to do so, I'm prepared to do things that are painful as long as they are the right things. The most painful thing by far has been the recent devaluation of our currency to correct the false value of the kwacha based on nothing and rebuild true value in the kwacha based on production of exports. I know that this decision has caused a lot of pain, and I know that all of us now have to make big adjustments in spending so that we can prioritize those areas that are most productive and stay the course until our economy becomes productive and again. In making those painful adjustments, I myself have to lead by example. This is why, effective immediately, all of my international trips between now and the end of the fiscal year, beginning with my trip to COP28 at the end of this month, are canceled. By extension, I'm putting a freeze on all public-funded international trips for all public officers at all levels, including those in parastatals, until the end of the financial year in March. In fact, all cabinet members currently abroad on public-funded trips must return to Malawi with immediate effect. Any travel deemed absolutely necessary by anyone during that period must be submitted to my office for my personal authorization. Secondly, I order that all fuel entitlements for cabinet ministers, principal secretaries, directors, and all members of senior management of public institutions should be cut in half with immediate effect. Thirdly, until further notice, I order the Secretary, the President, and Cabinet to circulate to all public institutions a criteria for local trainings and local travel that will be acceptable, as well as a cap on how much of their budgets can be spent on allowances for such trainings and trips. By doing this, I am effectively ending the practice of draining public coffers to spend on allowances for useless activities.
All right. We don't see this video. We don't listen to Ram. We don't see these stands where this Malawian president don't put out with immediate effect. Well, that's some of the measures that there's a way, and Koroma been doing the last time, where they call austerity measures. Cut down on too much expenditures, cut down on other things. Then the SLPP regime used this. Well, the SLPP party at the time used this word austerity as if the economy of Sierra Leone plunged into some kind of deep hole. But now measures them where they try for help the populace. And I believe for say a president like this, obviously now person where they think about the suffering of the country, they think about the economy where they go down, and he believes say if he puts them measures then they in place, you know, it will help for better the economy and for keep the people the life them afloat. So there's another video also where they in readiness from the technical team for play for we make we see that one in the back, and I believe say that's go also be one of the things that we'll go discuss after that video there. A short one. Yes, over to you, sir.
We implore you to know that your responsibility from today going forward is to put an end to illegal taxes on people. We have a tax law here that prescribes those who are exempted from tax. All those categories of people and those that from time to time may be so announced by the governor, including every single hotel that has less than 50 rooms in Calabar and in the whole state, today are exempted from payment of tax. We have exempted all Okada drivers, taxi drivers, airport taxi drivers. We have exempted small salon, small catering and restaurant points, mama put, eatery points. All those small basic survival people selling of produce, struggling to make a living, exempted today from paying tax. We have exempted them. It's better for me as a governor than to tax my people. And great consequence, you have the right for anybody who comes before you to demand tax. You have the right to say, stop, the governor has said we should not pay tax. Why will a small person carry banana from his farm to go and sell, and produce people are there taxing him for produce? Why would somebody carry granite to go to market on the road and collecting money from the granite seller? This is not Ben Ayade. This is not my nature. I am not wired in sensitivity to a weaker person. I have abolished produce tax. Let farmers earn their money. Let them keep their money. Because you didn't give them fertilizer, you did not irrigate the soil, you did not prepare the soil for them, you did not do the land clearing for them. Why do you want to tax them? Why do you put pressure on that, your small brother or sister, whose situation is much worse? What will we expect? People who don't have scholarship for their children, who don't have good schools, they struggle to pay, struggle with the uniforms, struggle to have security in their small businesses, struggle to get water with their borehole, struggle with generator, and government is providing almost nothing to come back to such people and tax them. I think this is the greatest injustice. I never knew that 5 years into office as governor, I would still find somebody who could live in a thatch house in Crossfield. I almost cried because I knew how prepared I was, but it didn't end the way I had dreamt for the state. And I just think that somewhere God will just help me, because I really wish I could really help. I really wish I could help. It's very painful, truly. I can't put 5 years and I've not been able to change.
Wow, this is quite emotional for a governor in Nigeria.
Yeah.
They cry for people in this kind of way. And I wish I can get power for just get things done straight away, let the people, they look at the mud houses, they look at, possibly they touch banana, they mention inside in statements that how could you, as a human being, see somebody touch banana? You will set checkpoint for ask that person they for pay tax. You not give fertilizer, you not give nothing. These I just want to bring Andrew quickly, make you can tell we this Malawi president we come up with this thing where they talk about immediate effect. When this thing happened, and because we're talking about today's business right now in Sierra Leone, a lot they happen we don't outline for we. So tell me when this thing happened inside Malawi.
On course, so this happened as early as this week, or they talk so. This week, the Malawian president. I know you get leaders them, like I've been saying last week now. Yeah. You still get leaders that will get passion for them people, where they empathize with their suffering, and where they feel the pain of the people in the boat. I mean, they're excruciating pain. A president like that of the Malawian president, and you see the governor in Nigeria. In as much as he don't do tax waiver, he still cry for him people. But let's discuss first about the Malawian president. Before I discuss the Malawian president, who say Wankosu see don't so, because the Malawian president, matter of fact, is centralized in discussion on austerity measures. What to make we decide for let this video come up. Now, where 2017, 2016, 15, you been getting the late Honorable Musa Tambasamo serving as the SLPP publicity secretary by then. He's a fine gentleman, he's late now anyways, but he make a lot of mistakes. I wish he would be still there alive. Honorable Musa Tambasam. These were the people that would be there. Now AYV, they be there na 98.1, they be there na all sorts of radio stations. Then they make audios them. They oppose the then government. Say austerity bad. Then they all over the place, the campaign. Then they all over the place, they mobilize and protest against austerity. But you see, when a wise leader, austerity, even Usai and Constitution don't soon UK, they had austerity and they are still on austerity measures, for goodness sake. After the credit crunch will hit the global economy, it starts from the US, and so where America sneeze, the whole world they catch cold. The entire world they catch cold. The one they will remember waiting they say global. The whole global starts from 2008, where Barack Obama be just take over government. We see the Bush Government will be now be the outgoing government by then. They spend a lot of money for go fight in Iraq. And so because of that one day, and other businesses they be go bankrupt. So that one day hits the global market, the economy of the entire world be affected. That make you see today countries like Italy, Greece, Spain, Portugal, now Europe now, then they suffer greatly because of that credit crunch. They take today, then they suffer. Let's come back to UK. UK still they on austerity. As I speak, UK where they pull and give money in a salon. UK where they prefer solutions for the economy in a salon. They are still on austerity for goodness sake. So why was Honorable Musa Bassam, Lima, and the Renaissance movement, Ben Kenfala, and many of them, they were all over the place criticizing the government, talking about austerity measures. But today, look at a president we get passion for him people. I mean, the Malawian president, Lazarus, is effective as of the day we made that proclamation as a president. Say to March 2024, in travel plus government operatives, he don't cancel out with immediate effect, and he don't order the secretary to president. I mean, like we'll get Dr. Julius Sandy, now State House, so they serve as secretary to president. He don't order with immediate effect, secretary to president of Malawi for make the issue an executive order for make it pass some circulator to all the ministries, MDAs, for me they know say nobody for travel out of the country, including in the president. And also they want the way they receive tip. I mean, then chips them for fuel. Say where they work as a government staff, you get certain level where they reach. I don't know now. I think say you get grade. If you reach certain grade, they receive fuel cheap. And this fuel cheap, not to say that money where they come out from their pockets, now money where they come out from the government coffers. It don't cut down to 50%. If you they get 50 liters per week, it don't cut down to 25 liters. This is austerities. Austerity in them in a simple economic point of view. Now when like you they live in a house, let's say Mami Ebu, you get 10 picking. For example, then they cook 5 coppers. Now because of situation, it cut them to 4 coppers. So the 1 coppers, it put them for save them for the rainy day in case it not get nothing in Kosa, it not get nothing in purse for provide for the family. It look from that 1 coppers where they save for waiting for supplement. That is austerity. In a simple term, this not to big jargons that we use. I just explain now from the woman them where they manage the economy in a home. If the man be they put 10,000, the woman they go to market, he squeeze, they use 8,000, they keep the 2,000. In case the man not get one day, the woman they keep from that 2,000 they save. They say, no worry, my husband, say I there for you. I get something where I save and they use them. That is austerity. Austerity now when you they cut down on his spending. Reduce the expenditure. That's what exactly Lazarus, the president of Malawi, do now.
Okay.
Mr. Madabio, one question, Mr. Madabio, as this impasse they go on, when this dialogue and a sort of electoral coup d'etat they go on, if now president we wise and we get passion for the people of Salon, for goodness sake, you think say it worthwhile for me the president who can have for just can receive a bogus award? Fake. With an entourage. You think say we not get an embassy in Saudi Arabia for make the ambassador go to preside over them foreign trip where the president go to Saudi Arabia for go discuss on investment? The ambassador can do that because the ambassador in any country, now they serve the people where they live there. Now they serve as the presidents of that country. For example, now Sweden, if we get an ambassador where they serve now for Salon people, in the absence of the president of Salon, the ambassador they step in and they preside over as the president. Why would not they send the ambassadors all over the world? We get plenty of ambassadors there. US. Now Saudi Arabia will get ambassador. Now Brussels will get ambassador. You think say this not worthwhile to make we cut down on expenditure. Anytime we might have your travel, as of 2022, we spent from we own Kofa. Madabio spent 180 billion. 2021 was 27 billion. Now do the percentage and tell me how much added from 27 to 180 billion. You think say worthwhile or uncostly?
No, not at all. It's really sad for get this them figures that are so, if we put them figures that are so into context, it will serve Sierra Leone, it will feed Sierra Leone, and a lot of problems will they face, so not for we don't come on. But the chat room, they get busy. I see Salon Cashbox, the economists, and a few other members, them, who they watch this chat Jaya to Koroma them, they all up and view, and I believe see Sweet Bonita don't see some of the comments them. So Sweet Bonita, take the honors and read up for we mostly how the chats they go.
Well, the first one Benke says if the government are really serious about this, the top level officials should put 60% of their salary for 3 months to help the people. Again, I think that was when Andrew was explaining about Malawi, where the government has said if you were getting 50% or 50 liters, it's cut down to 25. It hasn't gone through. And then Cashbox came in and says, well, the debt on digital fuel is like eating Gary and sugar. You can eat it sweet, but when you have to less Gary and then the sugar, you become less sweet. So we are seeing when it comes to SFPP or Mother BA, they have from inception of them bringing themselves into governance 2018 to date, we've seen actually what the people are going through. I think Andrew was mentioning they were propagating that they would change stuff. Rice from 250 now is almost 1 million. A bag of rice, that's 4 times what you were getting 4 times before. Now it's just for one bag. So nothing has changed at all. We also have a message here from the women's leader. They said, good evening, my beautiful people. That's from Yamcha. President Conga all the way from Bristol. And then again, Cashbox came. It says, well, austerity is the misappropriate of the last 5 years of this this Sierra Leone, and we stood by to let the government run with such a lie. So I'm sure that's when people can see that whatever they've been saying has not been true. Again, I think Andrew mentioned that when he was going, he's traveling, he has all entourage. That money can be utilized for other functions whilst we have ambassadors in different countries. So it's a bit sad. Again, Cashbox says, well, the UK ended its own austerity in September 2019. So when you look at it, nothing is happening at all. Jared is saying good evening to all. And again, we have again here, this is Yamata also just confirming the issues on Malawi's president and the way the Paupa is doing. As usual, she's free. There'll be a very good way. I think Yamata is also commending Comrade Andrew for literally explaining in simple terms because sometimes it's difficult for people to understand these little jargons. And we've seen when it comes to the SLPP, they will use big English and work nothing shows for it. Again, here, this is from Cashbox. They say, well, what they are doing is they're living like the luxurious life. And I'm sure, I don't know if we've watched this pictures or video going on social media. Former BBC presenter was posting how he's living. If you have money, you can live comfortably in Sierra Leone, whilst people are complaining. I think there's a video where a lady says, we were using 6 cups of rice, now we have to use 4. We're buying this, now we can't. We have to sleep on something. But those are the people that works with the government and telling people, well, you can do what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have money, then don't come and do anything. We've seen where they've raised the tariff on even communication. And remember when W was campaigning 2017-18, what he said was, oh, people should use social media to express their dissatisfaction. Now it has become an issue because some of us are using it, will become a target. You can't go to Africa because they said, well, yeah, on social media, they will come and do this to you. I'm think also here, this is what Cashbox says, well, in Malawi, president is using the chapter, which is an option to use, but the ambassador, what is the typical example of austerities? Again, when you have economics trying to tell us, the layman, of issues that we are facing as people in that country is very, very difficult. Again, Kashba says about but Wusai, the APC MPs be there for make SLPP lie with the hostility. Again, I think that's the question people have been asking. Myself, I'm asking it. if you were more in parliament, things were going not your way, their way. What about now that you are less? It will not make any difference. But we are still asking, I'm still asking this question: how would an opposition wants to make the country safe when the government in power or whoever that has stolen an election do not care? You can't make a change. They make the decision. They can make the change because they have the finance to do that. We saw what has happened in Liberia. It's far away from us as Sierra Leoneans, so it's very difficult. I think back to you, Kamada and Cassie.
All right. Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. And well, from waiting, Cashbox asked the last question, where you see, which are the APC MPs that been there? We, they use that word austerity for campaign against we, and then eventually don't land we who are with this right now. Now, we they in opposition. We they see waiting they happen so right now. How we not able to stop waiting they happen so in Parliament, Mr. Andrew? Because we don't see how leaders they come up, they say waiting they say. This bill they that might be in table right now. Malabu, if he loves Leon, this bill he send him back in Parliament. He go say no, I don't want me people and suffer like they suffer so. He go take measures then. Take examples from which you don't see two videos there as well. How we MPs and in Parliament and allow a bill like this, the finance bill for pass through Parliament without much, tussle. Over to you.
And a brilliant question, Cashbox ask, and I want to commend them for that. That take we all back to 2017, 18. I'm not going to see a slap to the APC. When I've been get a conversation with people's power, people's power ask me, waiting, I go, whose message I go send to the leadership of the opposition. It's necessary make you get a very solid opposition in any country, because the opposition, they checkmate the government. And when you not get a very solid opposition, government, they always do things, Fantarella is the word. And they just do things how they want, because they know see nobody know they for checkmate them. And so I sent that message then at that audio. It was a 50-something minute audio. I think it go viral. And I talked to the leadership, say we need for ensure say we put more power on our social media. And we also make use of the local media. I mean, the radio stations, them TV stations. Just go by time and try for get more discussions about like this Finance Act. We want to see more tweets than they come up from the opposition. That's no two way about it. We want to see more tweets. They want to see more conversations like this. We want to see say they get daily discussions now various radio stations then. Because the term don't reach, we for continue as much as they're on this plan for the committee or whatsoever. Let us ensure that the PR for the opposition, they do the work. Let them do the work. If every day let them engage the media, a robust C1 MP in Liberia, that guy is a firebrand. They were determined. No wonder where they beat up where. Although the margin very thin, but they were determined. You see the guy, the way they talk. Policeman now before him, he addressed them. But again, one Kosu, I'm not being biased now. In as much as I don't address the leadership, I'd also come again, say, Oporia na the kind president will be provide the enabling environment for the opposition thrive. What in this mean? I be see a protest. They protested against Oporia and government for reckless spending, for rampant and presidential overseas trip, many other things then. At the end of the day, what happened? He provided even water and food for the protesters. And he tell the police that he say una dey behind them. That's why you say the government in Liberia, it way better past the current regime, because this may not they call them government, na a regime. The term will be they call the pauper government, it don't pass long ago. But again, I'm not defend anybody now. But if you look at the two scenarios, then the government in Liberia, by then the then government of Oporia, there be so much tolerance and they allow the opposition for do their work. Likewise, we own Salon government before international partners them, before foreign journalists, they then go fire Metron Mawa, they kill him, body light. Before international observers them, before then they then go they shoot white boy in the APC party office, then kill him. You mean police people them? I mean these are from State House guard, then come mask themselves, they mask their faces them. You don't even know that they shoot. So that backs the questions. When an opposition they thrive in a country like South Africa, again that they come back to the MP then, we're not there for pamper anything. We want lady parliamentarians then of the APC continue for do their work. Cashbox asked the question, say, who said them be there with them pass this finance bill at Parliament? I believe say they put up a very because they follow the debate. The APC MPs them they move a motion for the suspension of the implementation of the proceeds of 5% import duty on rice, on 10% cement and 20% on iron rod. But they lost some. Not to say they not put up a motion, they fought. And also the APC MPs and they move a motion and then succeed in this one in achieving a reduction of the proposed 15% of withholding tax on rent to 10%. Withholding tax on rent, because then we plan for passing to 15%. So they argue them down, they bring them down to 10% from 15%. Again, the APC MPs they move a motion now Parliament, then be able to secure for local industries like brewery limited with the bill where they want for pass exercise tax reduction of 50% from the beverage importers for levy on them. So this one they want for try for discourage for brewery stop for operating a salon. Because we still they think about cold storage. One cause maybe they go up, you know about cold storage, Sweet Bonita and Cashbox, and many other people who they listen now. As I speak now, cold storage don't exist again. Now because of the heavy tax system where they levy on the industries, and when you force an industry or a company for close, you also they suppress the citizens because you get people who be they work now cold storage. Now they not get job. And you still they continue to pile more pressure on the labor market because every day you get graduates, the way they come on at Kobe College, where they come on at Ibamo, they come on FPC, where they come on Unimark, they come, then they continue for Dana Street, they don't get job. Cold storage way close, so I think they employ more than 200 staff them. And these are Sierra Leoneans, not to say na foreigners them. Today they unemployed. African Mineral, we wrap up na salon. When I be this salon, I be the visit Losar. London mining be the operate na Losar. Then we get 3 shifts. So you can get people who migrate from the southeast, we migrate from the western area, from the north, then come based na Losar. You know, London mining they employ over, if I'm not a mistake, over 1,500 staff. Today they don't get job. Because when these governments come, they say the kind deal what they do for London mining, Ituyu Kishi, then they come. Well, now when they come, they still they mine the iron ore, and they mine them, but how many people they will get job from them companies? There are very few, minimal, very, very small. And also the APC MPs move and succeed in the reduction of the proceeds of 100% increase on farm and land annually levy to 50%. From 100% to 50%. So like they put up a very solid fight. I know they defend them until now they don't address the leadership, but they be argue them out. Will be the follow the debates in the parliament. We saw Abu Kabo, we saw Honorable Aaron, and then many other people wouldn't be the argue them out. But at the end of the day, ask yourself a question. Because if you get a listening government and you get a speaker who they listen, some of them things that before them pass them, therefore sit down first, they ask consultants them how this finance act one can pass. What will be the effect to the economy and to the citizens them? Mind you, why they call this finance act? They call it and say they want to discourage importation of rice. So in particular, they say they want to boost local produce. So like places like what we just talked about, what we start about Tomabom. Tomabom not able to succeed. Over almost $50 million wasted. They don't eat that money there. How you go for go discourage the importation of rice where you don't able to secure for 5 years tomorrow? One seed of rice will not see it. Then now they can't lie for we back say this government, this regime, the flagship program now feed salon. Feed salon in the sense salon for able to produce what you they eat. Because I make them come say now starting 2024 January, that's 1 month plus weeks from this point where they speak. The feed salon for start and sorry, this finance act where they don't go pass, it will take effect. In fact, the finance act not take effect now. Rest don't go up. From the day one where they go pass in a parliament first, rest don't go up na all. Follow up and just ask questions to the way they send money in a salon for take care of the families. Them. You go come back and say, I do not lie. Rest don't go up. And imagine 2024, 5% take effect. How you think say rest go day for the ordinary masses? Now rest they almost that fine rest where people and they eat. That fine one, I mean the highest quality, it is almost 1 million plus, some thousand leons. I mean the old leons. So if them put this 5% to effect, mind you, the importers them, whether they pass them charges they are to them, not to them they suffer. Because if you don't take your money, go buy rest now Turkey, you order on a Turkey, let's say 5 containers. You don't go buy them for over 150,000. You don't pay for ship and go salary. You don't pay for go clear them. All that cost they incur them. And now that they suffer, and the final consumer, they subject them to the cost we get for selling to the final consumer. So now we, the masses, then they suffer. So if they come and tell we say this 5% are because that is a procrastinated theory. Not procrastination that one day. Nothing will not possible. Nothing when because I like what happen no more for Tomabo. Now ambiguous theories that will not ever going to take effect. Not to say we hate that, but we know sin as you get for B. Because if you get the president already, where you already get a minister for agriculture, they still hire, they say the special advisor to president on agric policies. You get a minister for labor, you still get higher special advisor on labor and employment, Alpha Timbo. You get a minister for education, he's still higher. So a bloated wage bill, you get a bloated government. We're not able to control expenditures. Them now, then they try for pass on this cost to the final consumer. We'll be expected them for able to cushion the cost down. How? We're not just there for oppose. If we ask me for provide solutions down to this government, how they do it? Simple. Let the president cut down on in travel expenditure. Like what Lazarus do now, Malawi, let it do it. And again, make sure say the 50 million plus where they spend for Tomabom, the one that eats that money, let them pay to the last penny. That money they let it inside. And we'll be then where last week will be the discourse. With marine resources, we get a huge deposit of marine resources in the salon. Why we not go utilize them properly? Everyday fish and they born fish in our water. Why we not go make use of that one day? In fact, countries like UK, they be the mine coal day now. UK, they were doing coal mining in those days. Now they don't stop them. Not to say they don't get coal, they don't stop them because they want to preserve them for the foreseeable future. Countries like Sweden, they get mineral in the mine there. Most of them they don't stop them. Then they go to Africa, then they go buy because it's cheap in Africa. You know, right. So it just troubling. If we say we discuss then things our and cost an hour not enough, honestly.
Yeah, Andrew, I don't listen to you. I've been just a wonder now that we are in this kind of situation with the country, the bill don't come at the hands of the table of the president or Mr. Madabio for make give in consent to RAM. The APC MPs there, of course, you say they don't try. They manage for reduce some of those taxes in places like rent and other places. And we cannot do more than within, I think, say we don't do so now as MPs within a parliament. And now this thing then at the table of the president. You think, say, Madabio go think Sierra Leone, or you think, say, yes, suffering then at the country, make it send this bill back to parliament for them to go reduce the bills they are so more? You think so?
Well, we know say before Madabio not tomorrow they listen. But now I make last week I make an appeal. I know see a lot of power that they watch every time we come live now because this now the APC mouthpiece. So far for now, na more active. So we want for you na kudos. Diaspora APC online TV. I know see them they come, bulk chunk of the one day where they watch, now from the mother bio camp. And you get strategic people who they follow, then show their week in, week out. All what they discuss and they pen and down and they go discuss with mother bio. Probably he says they watch. You never know. And if the president they watch and they still continue, the question about aim for make he thinks alone is a brilliant question, no one Kosu. Because at the end of the day, when you go na market for go bye, you don't get market with say SLPP market or APC market. Now one market, the SLPP supporter they go buy in one market, the APC supporter they go buy. 5% increment on rest where Mother Bio be promised say it 200,000, it they bring and down to an amount where will be affordable to the masses today. It don't astronomically skyrocket to over 1 million. I mean,
I'll just stop you quickly. Mother Bio in flagship program from this term, what it talk about so now that it is say for feed salon. You know, with this kind levy where they levy so much taxes on people, how it go able for feed salon with whatever they happen so right now? You know, which measures that you think say go able for use for feed salon?
Well, if me, let's just contextualize them in the accounting point of view. As an accountant, the best alternative for now for salon, now austerity. Because we know to country we get a lot of industries them for make we levy heavy tax on them. We not get. Like Guinea, them bauxite, they sell na the international market heavily. We get bauxite na Salono. But at the end of the day, the question is, who side the money that they go? If they're not, they go to individual. I read something where somebody sent me, I go call them say first, now allege, and say 50% of taxation where NRA they collect, if they go na an individual account. There's an individual within the pauper regime. I mean, set of people with the benefits, 50%. I mean, 50% of taxation being collected, local revenues, they go to private pocket. You see, say, man, they work na NRA before they tell you, say 2 months, you don't build 2-3 mansions. Why we not go sit down and bring a proper system over and ensure, say, the money when they collect for the country, it go na the right basket, it go na the consolidated form. If we prefer better revenue collection policy, I tell you for free, that thief for the thief na NRA, it go stop. I mean, they will reduce some to a percentage, we go be for the good, for the general good of the people. That on one side.
This 50% we talk about, so I believe say some time ago I be a cash box we talk about. I think that NRA people then they actually pay themselves. They not get a salary, a set salary within they give them, whether you're a director, you're not this, you're not that. So basically then they pay themselves by percentage. And can you imagine when they don't do all the revenue collection in the country? Now make the baranta for do revenue collection. So they know say the more they collect, the more they get. So if 50% they go to a few group of people, then you know, then the rest of the nation they suffer with another 50%. We just to go to the government officials. Then we now then go for use the money they for pay them, and then what they left for save the people of Sierra Leone. I think say we are in trouble in this country right now.
Yeah, you're perfectly correct. Kosu, that brings us to the question again. One man ship one Nissan Almera from Europe. I mean Central Europe. He ship from Hamburg, na Germany. The Motkadi na road now as they speak. As at 2018, before APC exit, now there is a charge where the ship Motokana Salon where they pay. Then in Akakama where they go na individual accounts again. Not to the 50%. 3 million. You they pay that say the paper before they put them to kind of container for ship. If na Brussels see the ship or na UK, I don't know the ports, the seaport in na UK, the names them. Let's say Central Europe na Brussels see the ship. Before that motorcar they enter the container, if you make sure say paper they come out from Salon for that paper, then na 3 million they pay for 3 million. Add the money there. Okay, let's say people pay. Let the money go now the consolidated account. If let's say 100 motorcar then go salon for day, multiply 3 million by 100, one kosu. Now tell me that money day, if every day we they get out for 1 week, you don't think say that's enough for even pushing down a lot of it could cover a lot of old them where they don't dig. Instead, you come back and begin to tax the masses. That is too repressive in nature, one kosu.
Okay.
You know, normal.
All right. Okay. The technical team gets one video they want to play for we. We don't exhaust this area of this. I want to make an apology to the viewers that we honorable MP will be invited. We don't promise it to come. Unfortunately, there's a lot of traffic and then heavy rain deep and come in Freetown, so it's not able to reach in time for able to settle for join this program. And we no go once we it out in the streets and it join we sometimes it get distracted. We won't forget in undivided attention. So unfortunately, you're not able to join me, and apologies from this platform for that. But obviously, we will get Andrew now, so we don't explain to we, don't set the premise for we now, so we don't understand, the austerity, and we also get people that are the chat, we actually don't describe them for we very well, and everybody who follow the chat don't understand. And we don't get to a stage now we say the measures where the government for take for make we try for alleviate this problem so we get now. So now for go through within Mr. Andrew called austerity measures. These austerity measures that's the way the APC government been do some time ago. But SLPP supporters them then kick against that very seriously. We look like person have been bad thing. But the austerity measures, yeah, we don't watch 2 videos them already now. So where government leaders them. They take the measures then they for cut down on too much reckless spending, we for ease the problems that are the country, and even a governor go to the extent to say a cry for the suffering way the people that are in your own area they suffer. Then just for make it for ease the problems that are the country. So we get now so a bill within a matter being desk. We expect say, if we give consent to, but because of the hardship within the country, we no go want to make Madabio do that. So Mr. Andrew, they call on her for make it think seriously and come back with this bill. But the technical team they play video for we, and then we go do a little shift from there, and then we move on to the APC party itself for see what's in the happen. Over to you, Mr. Technical.
So the scorecard is only a first step. The scorecard means that the board can now consider whether Sierra Leone should continue its eligibility for a compact, and then it would need to decide to move forward with the compact. So I consider it to be an important first step, but it's certainly not the end of the journey. When we look at whether or not a country should receive an MCC compact, we look not only at the scorecard results, which tell us only that you're doing better than half of the other developing countries in the world, we also look at the broader trajectory of a country's economic, social, and democratic development. The multi-tier elections of 2023 raised some serious questions, both domestically and internationally, about the path of Sierra Leone's democracy. I think the agreement for national unity has moved us a certain amount of the way back towards in terms of democratic development. And I hope that as that agreement is implemented, as the committee begins its work, as we see some of the other provisions implemented, that we'll see Sierra Leone continue along that democratic trajectory, and then we'll be able to make an assessment that yes, now is the time to move forward with a compact. So the scorecard is a first step, certainly an important first step, but it's a much longer journey.
Right. Thank you very much, technical team, for this video. Apart from the tax system, this regime, they try for levy on the ordinary people of this country for finance their own activities them. They also able by the international partners them for give them these grants, one of which is this compact within they talk about the MCC scorecards, they're waiting, they go and jubilate for and all of that. Then they expect see they will give them this money. But this interview with the US ambassador give them a bit of thing for think about, for say they're not quite reached there yet. So what do you think of this checkmate, Mr. Andrew?
Like I've been say one Kosu. We just don't come back to what will be discussed here last week. I be don't talk and I say not to say we are against the MCC money, because if you go salon at the end of the day, now for the salon people, but the question is this money going to the right hands? The answer is a big no, because already if we see a president who they spend lavishly from one flight to another, chartered flights to the tune of 180 billion leons for just 1 year. As of 2023, we don't know it, how much it don't accumulate. So if we do not get no way for generate revenue from other sectors, then they come back to we the masses. And make you see, then they quiz this bill on we, this Finance Act. So if the scorecard money forthcoming, the $450 million, no need for me then come back to we the masses and can tax we. A triple tax system, a repressive tax system, where at the end of the day, it just too open to say, because at the end of the day, the people where they get for take this money from, the money not get for even reflect to the consolidated one. Majority of the one day, na paladi they get for NPA. Majority of the one day, either they take and go Papa Clef, go spend for them picking, or take and go na any other side, you know what I mean? That money then they not to say that money they get for put at the consolidated account. But because they don't use for spend in an exorbitant manner, they don't use for spend lavishly, they be expect say, imagine 450 million December they come. Enough forthcoming to this point, because December this the committee get for Sidon, the Millennium Challenge Corporation Committee get for Sidon. That make I be say last week. Out of waiting them publish out say we pass. Now that's scorecard with them be the parade on social media. The major side them where we for concentrate on now the economic policies them, the freedom policies them. We know pass them. Out of 8, now only 6. Well, I say 2. In fact, even the 2 where they say we get 87 per employment, we know say na fake. Na fake. And so then people there, they know say na lie. They make the ambassador says that in as much as he use diplomatic language, it don't make it very simple for we to understand. So we will listen to this, we don't listen to the video, or we will be don't listener, we still can listener. Need no need to make it come question we say, oh, I'm Kosu or Andrew or Sweet Bonita or any other person say, na lie and the lie, the money they come. We know the lie.
Okay.
We know they are against the money no go. But the ambassador or I'm Kosu don't make a very clear say, this not just a tip of an iceberg. That's called Caro them be the parade on social media. We not pass. Every day we decline, every year we decline. From 2021 to this state, we decline. And a decline in the scorecard tell we say we fail. Simple like that.
Before Sweet Bonita they come again and give me a rundown of the chat room. Just one for us. There's a lot of speculations really go on with party APC about the next leadership and the outcome of this communique. What are your advice we will give to APC people? Because at the moment there are people hanging, waiting for December 27 or something like that. We didn't expect say Dr. Samora for resign, and another people they say this election is over. We will go for another another term of 5 years, and other people in the talk say this election are over yet. And these are senior members of the party. senior members, people that we all, positions, and people that we actually, don't serve the party and the country. We want for see, we want for know, the general membership, they're a bit confused. 1 minute you see audio don't come out from a senior person who you respect so much. They say things them we they expect to say. The next minute you see another audio they come out from another senior member where they say things that we need to expect. So we are a bit in a dilemma, as general members then. And how we go for manage this situation? What are your advice to which you the in social media?
Brilliant one, Coach. Brilliant. Thank you very much. And then waiting middle in a social media from the 18th, where they signed the communique of October to this point, is huge. But the recent one where I read now, audios that we come out from Honorable Ibrahim Bundu, the then APC majority leader in parliament, and the then local district chairman, and the then northern deputy chairman for the party. So he's a senior comrade. And I listen also to Honorable Ibrahim Kemosi say in Tottenham. He's a senior comrade as well, one-time Minister of Aviation, when Anis Koroma became 2007, he's the first Minister of Aviation. And again, he came back and served as Minister of Works. And he been there at the Salon Parliament from 1995 to 2007, when the EBK government appointed him as minister. So they had to do by-elections. And fortunately, Honorable Kemosi say, and Honorable Rashid Bundu, Ibrahim Bundu, now from the same district, me and them come out. So the thoughts, the way they flow, like just in a reflection of what we don't learn from them, and I now they can analyze on. I don't get anything for filter or for add up. Like just I just give this background for make people understand, say, and the way they talk, it affair with waiting them I can put out, and I know them personally. Honorable Ibrahim Kemosi and Honorable Ibrahim Bundu. Now, to the dialogue. Last night, when I've been get off, I've been sit down, I didn't follow. As I didn't want to go. Now, in another comrade came, he asked me, he's a youth leader for the party. Now, one constituency. I do a write-up. Normally, I can do the write-up then they for pacify. It's kind of for cool down the tension. This is not a time for me to begin to throw banter at each other, accuse, comrade, accusing people, counter-accusation. It don't make sense. What do we need at this moment now? United force. Because this way they go on, so the power party, then they celebrate. Then they jubilate because then they divert the discourse. I called somebody this evening. I told them the same thing. Instead for me to focus on exposing things the way they happen in a salon, people just focus their attention on the communique. Focusing their attention on 2028 or APC leadership. The comrade asked me, the youth leader, he said, when I put the post, in actual thoughts the way put was this. Samura, let's just interpret it, is an old man, the leadership old, they need young leaders. Then I come back again and ask her, I say, one of the people who they appeal for make young people and take over leadership. I know they're against that. But again, I ask them, I say, the deputy leader of the party, the secretary general, the deputy secretary general, the organizing secretary, the deputy organizing secretary, the publicity secretary, the deputy publicity secretary, to name but few. Are they not young people? This is a question why they ask me, what they listen to we now. They're young people, for goodness sake. But the question gets to do with which kind of young leadership the APC they yearn for. Is it leadership where they come no more by Koni way? Or for come no more on a cabal basis? These are some of the discussions for all. A lot of us come say, we want to let all people and go. You check the national leadership, 87 to 90% of our young folks them. But the young folks there, how much they don't prefer to win, how much they don't give, how much they don't put on a table for make the party get a formidable leadership. Because mind you, when you talk about leadership, not to just the leader. Now, now a collective team, the publicity secretary, the organizing, the secretary general, the deputy, all of them are they form the leadership of the party. So if you can't be ask me, say you want young people and take over, 87 to 90% of the leaders in the party are young people, for goodness sake. Young people, these are young folks. Even the present leadership in the parliament is a young man, Honorable Abu Kabo. But the question is, which kind of young people the APC comrades them all over the world they yearn for? I mean, to me as Andrew, I need quality young leadership. Because to be honest with you, this communique, before we go into discussing that dialogue, we expect the publicity team for me to do their work. Now, make I be tell and say, even this diaspora TV, they do more than within the national they do. We have to be honest to ourselves. How much they don't give back? How many press conferences the publicity, national publicity secretary and in team don't call? Now, past that the leader no more they call press conferences. How many of them go sign that communique? Now they come with the throw banter at Dr. Samuel and counter accusation. The audio, well, like waiting Honorable Ibrahim Kemosi say talk. I told the line, me, Andrew, it's my opinion. And you don't get for judge me for that. This part of the Olusa with everybody open to in opinion, and now your opinion is if you stand by them, it's up to you. May just believe, say for now, the constitution of APC and the quote article 47 will say if the leader lost elections, after 6 months, he will step aside and allow a fresh convention for usher in new leaders there. The question is, did we lose the election? Did the APC lose the elections? And the constitution, whether they quote, now on the 2022 constitution, and I did Dr. Samura be stand. Now one say don't stand. So we know they say for make it stand again. No, far from it. When we reach there, that discussion they go come. But what me they talk now is let us unite. And the way would they unite? Stop for throw accusation at Owen Kosu or Sweet Bonita or many other comrades there. We don't need that one in at the party. There are a lot of things there for discuss. Just as what they listen, so take on yourself, take phone, make audio about what that happen at salon, share on social media. Now it's not be very simple. You want to not call your name, who they put to face them publicly, who they discuss issues. This is a thing for they continue for they do. Because Badabio and the team want for keep with silence. He happy the way the team they go so. And any country where the government they happy over the silence of an opposition, I tell you for free, that government is not a responsible government.
Okay.
Part of the world, they need responsible opposition because an opposition they tap in at back and tell you say this remote they smell go assam. It better they say best friend or somebody where they look in at your face and tell you the hard facts. And that's called for constructive opposition. So if people they continue for calm, tell we say Dr. Samura for resign or whatsoever, I don't get a problem with the resignation. But the question is, they say they need young leadership. This present executive, not young leader, they're plenty. I don't call plenty names them. These are young folks them. Of these young folks them, now you do an assessment and tell me how much have they offered from the time we go elected to this point. To me, Lansana Dumbuya, I give them kudos. Me, a lot of us been questioning leadership. I mean, I be one person last year and now today. But waiting come with Lansana Dumbuya, I don't do. As of now, the National Secretary General, me are the commander. And let us toe that line as comrades because people are in the suffer as alone. We need more for give as opposition. For now, the 6 points, it come closer. And when you read resolution number 3 of that communique, what did it tell we? It's all what they put at that document there is actionable and implementable. Let's go now back to what happened over 20 years ago. I've been put this argument around for one because just give me 5 minutes, please, because this way actually very important. For the Sanko, when for the Sanko, then be one from a peace can salon. Because people they say the communique document where they circulate on social media, valid, legit because go through the Supreme Court. And whatever points they get for come up from that committee, I mean, whatever they get for suggest or whatever they get for decide, no legit because go through the Supreme Court. Ask yourself a question. I'll be very young, but me na man they read vast. Me na accountant, but when I discuss with you in any area, I do my research. So I will be very much relaxed and okay while they talk to you. Let me not say I ought to know better. In July 7, 1999, Fode Sanko, the then rebel leader, the RF leader, they want from a peace can salon. Go back and read about the Lome Peace Accord with they signed. It's something similar to this. The only difference is that they try for cool down peace. This one we then go sign back. Now peace them go to say force this communicate. Force them try for make sure say the stalemate way there because we don't hold the country hostage. The country they continue for tranga, then they try for put an end force. And putting an end to a stalemate and for ensure say anything for escalate. They want the whole one for let we protest, go na street, matter be continue for kill people then. Now that one they then try for avert force. And the suffering, I mean life suffering will be the ravage the country, then try for avert the one day back. In as much as suffering day, but if it be continue like I've been there, the opposition continue for the outside of the governance system. Believe in me, the country they continue for tranga. And you know, fine for we. You wait in a where they work, all the money for don't go salon for support family, for even be enough. Back to Fode Sanko. Fode Sanko, they went to Lome, Togo, then go sign waiting a peace accord. And part of the agreement, then if you go back and read the Lome peace accord, now for make sure say them put an end to the war and Fode Sanko make a lot of appeal for Motin and Biweti self. It make a lot of demands. One of the demands was first in the history of a country like Salon. I think Salon was a case study. First, Fode Sanko, they no vote for, and nobody no vote for Fode Sanko. From nowhere, Albajo Dembi was the vice president. No Supreme Court, no preside over that one day. The international community, Tijan Kaba in government, and Fode Sanko and the man, they can't alome, they can't sit up. They signed the peace accord. When they go to Salon, as of July 17, Fode Sanko, with immediate effect, is the vice president too for Salon. And all they stop there. Fode Sanko was the head of the mining sector. All minerals in a Salon will be then Fode Sanko be the control them. Waiting make you see them push Fode Sanko off the discourse, then push at the arrester because whilst they be there on the discussion, whilst they be there observe and ensure say peace and quiet continue for them at the country, the order in mind will be the goddamn, then go shoot now one parastatal. It disturb the peace. So that man did not be ready. So the bet would have been left for him. He was inside it, so that he was arrested. Then make you see for the Sanko, they arrest him, then try him now the special court, and then find him guilty, was sentenced. So if you didn't we say the communique would then sign, valid, legit, because go through the Supreme Court. I just give you this background, make you understand, say, any international treaty would then sign illegit and invalid, no Supreme Court, no, they would overturn them. They make them say the resolutions in that communique, they are actionable and implementable. Anybody will try for deter or go away from them resolutions, then the law, international law, the all am accountable. Like quoting for the Sankopi do. He boycotted, he debated from what them go sign na Lome. What them do, they arrest them. Immediately was arraigned to special court. They send him now later what we see. They sentence him. So now that stop. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think say the one way they listen to that, we believe say this election not done. Well, make them begin think again. Sweet Bonita, over to you. I think say the chat room very busy, so give you a rundown, and we are coming close to the end of this show. I think so we don't chap some time into ourselves. But over to you, Sweet Bonita.
Thank you. Just gonna start. Oh, I want to send a special greetings to Papa Israel. He's in the building. Says hello. Word. So, good evening. And again, this is from Dauda B. Kanu. He says the election isn't over yet. Only the confused person thinks so. President Songa says, well, Comrade, very good analysis. That's from Comrade Andrew regarding the thing. Then Lami Denke is saying, well, boycotting is really within the APC. Then Mobangura says, well, Andrew, in my personal opinion, do you really think the SFPP legal government is going to reverse the financial bill? Then again from Almami Kamara, it says, I personally join you guys to call on Nadabio not to sign this vicious bill into law. So I think that's what I'll be able to see right now. As I said, because I'm having technical issues. So if I've not been able to read other people's messages, please, forgive me. But one thing also I wanted to add regarding this, I think during the visit Madabio did to the US, they were saying we were a sovereign state. Why are they bent on this 44 million? I'm sure we should be able to sort ourselves out. Being sovereign state means we can do things for ourselves. And I think last week, again, we talked about most of financial things, which we have Andrew and also cash box. when they were emphasizing the money will come, it will not reach the right people. So it means there is no point for the money to come. And I'm sure the stunts that this regime has pulled out, it was for them to get that money. So for the opposition to take that lead or to try and work with them so that they can get the money, and for the people, the common people to continue to suffer, it is wrong. It is unacceptable. And to be honest, I remain APC. I'm always APC, but I'm not happy about the decision that we took, because it's all of us, to go back into parliament. The responsibility of the people should be on the government in power. So if they have sold themselves through there, then they should sort it out. So for me, honestly, Kamara has to. It's a bit sad because we've all seen 2018 what happened in Parliament. We were the majority. Things we're going through. We saw the unforgivable things happening. Unconstitutional things happen. Police are in there beating members of Parliament, which they are protected by the statute of our constitution. But that was abused under Madabiu. Now that is a regime, the worst will happen. I just pray they don't kill our brothers and sisters again, because they don't care. They absolutely don't care. And Comrade Andrew was mentioning where they went and killed our mother, a grandmother, Mami Dumbuya, in the party office. White boy, we fixed our principal's office with him, very quiet. All you see him is smile work. He was killed. Other people are being killed, intimidated. What else do we really need to show that the worst has happened? People come out to protest their dissatisfaction. They will be killed. Sit at home, they will be killed. What has happened? It is really, really sad. I think as a nation, we need to stand for the truth. If we have to do it without the opposition, then so be it. Because the people are the government. And if the people are being disrespected, are not being recognized, or are being dealt with in the way that the regime are doing it, I think they should take the stand and take back their government. Because the people are the government. No matter that's who they are.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. And see one comment from Prezo Song, J-Man. We say we not for ask too much from the MPs them, which we need them for do, that for making them continue for the expose the evil SLPP plan to the people of Sierra Leone. This is one of the things that this platform, they do now by inviting the MPs them, because some of them not all able for talk in parliament at a given time or process, but then get the social media who can educate we of which and which don't pass in parliament, why make them take certain decisions, why certain bills them pass. And that's not the reason we invite Honorable Aaron Koroma, but unfortunately unable for come. So very soon, apologies, apologies, come over.
Good evening, comrades. It looks like my bus is having some technical issues, so definitely we'll try and sort something out. But again, I think he was trying to read some of the comments because I have technical issues. So some of the comments, I think it was from Prezo Songa about situations that is happening. But I think I will allow Andrew, who is an expert, to comment on that, because to be honest, I think it's not going to be. Oh, wait. Oh, Ankasa, before you come, from our grandfather, Israel Papa, says, "Oh, Ankasu, please explain in simple and discussion by list, at least the panelists for the Sanko and the Lemon Peace agreement when Fode Sanko became a vice president and head of the mining sectors. I think this is Jesse Jackson." But the US was involved in that agreement today with Abbas Bundu, because It's a bit difficult. I think that particular piece of code again, Andrew was talking about it, so that's why I said, you know what, I need to push it back to the the ones that know more. So I think Andrew will be in the best position to answer Papa Israel's question.
I think so. We go historical now, so we don't get much time again. I think so. We go for invite Israel Papa. He's one of our senior comrades. We get the institutional knowledge of APC, and not only that, the political history of Sierra Leone. And Amawi very, very detailed in historical knowledge. So I believe if we trigger that question right now, and we will not be able to stop for talk. Trust me. For the benefit of the one that we don't do now, so from where we start, one for ask kindly to Papa Israel for make he allow we conclude, and then maybe the next coming weeks we go get this particular thing for begin discussing along with the APC, the position which are the right now. But Sweet Bonita, make we see if Andrew will be able to give me one last few words for rap and for we, and then you will call it tonight. Because me, yes, me throw sleep.
Andrew has made you can't speak properly. Andrew, what are you doing to my boss? This is unfair. Andrew, see, you started drilling him, so he went back into the now. Yeah, for the viewers, I think we'll just ask Andrew to round up for the day. And again, I want to apologize that we were not able to get the deputy majority leader, Aaron, with us this evening. Some of us that are in Sierra Leone, we can see it's raining, and it has not been great on his side. We're having technical issues, so we just said, you know what, because of that, he's not with us. But I want to apologize to our viewers that were waiting to see the deputy leader of your position, Aaron. So, Comrade Andrew, do you want to round up for us, please, before we call it a day? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to the viewers, them, and to the able moderators. I mean, Juan Kosu has been really on top of the game, and Sweet Bonita as well. Una, thank you for the good work. And to even the technical team, we can't thank una less, because you know easy this part of the world, time and money, but we spend time for discuss issues because we get passion for waiting they happen in the salon, and salon we will get as a country. So we're not denial because we want for calm, continue the bash at the government. In as much as with the bash at there, now we responsibility democratically. We are entitled to that. Now only salon no more. When you go AYV, you try for do them things there. Pass you see soldier, then they don't they wait for you. Like what they do analysis there maybe for them the nets of the power party. But this not for me, because at the end of the day, prior to the term of power come take over governance, they were allowed for oppose the then EBK government. You know, like I've been telling now, Honorable Tambasam, the then publicity sector was all over the place, plus Lima and the Renaissance movement. And mind you, the Renaissance movement, nobody not be label them as terrorists. As we been see now, the bio government and bio self then a state house, they call protesters, it's in a terrorist them. But when they were protesting against the then EBK government, they were not terrorists. They say then are waiting. Now a movement where they fight against unconstitutionality, they fight against rampant corruption. By then, as to what them perceive, but today we see the opposite. So again, I come to this Finance Act as I wrap up. A 5% increment effective January 2024. It get for go 10% for imported rice. Then it get 10% increment of cement. Then as of 2025, it get for go to 20%. Then iron rod from 5%, you get for go to 10%. On cooking gas, you get for go to 5%. This, to me, as at now, with the country or so much they go through excruciating pain and poverty don't engulf the nation, not timely. I know they're against taxation, because taxation are another means for make government make money. But already people are waiting and they go through another country, the economy they bad. We get an inflation figure we no good for the country. They almost over 50% as I speak. Mind you, Madabio promised for come cushion that with inflation to a single digit. Like I be analyzed on the last week. Today we get an inflation rate of almost 60%. This no good for we. So Mr. Madabio, still at the appeal to you, do ya not sign this finance bill? Look into enforce and send them back na parliament. If na for make them go look to them, make them cushion them down, it go better. Because rest now we staple food, for goodness sake. If rest now we staple food, as we dey increase top up prices, then for discourage people that they don't kind of social media and chats and oppose the bill government, the junta government na Guinea they reduce top up prices. This all the tell we say this government, in as much as they spend lavishly, we get a bloated wage bill. We don't able for control. The president they hire as he wish, as he please for do. You already get a labor minister. Bring again Alpha Timbo for cancer again an advisor on labor. I believe say every time we have the old cabinet meetings, then they brief you. So why you need a labor advisor on labor? Why you need advisor on rice? Now you don't come again, they give 5% increment on rice. Do you, Mr. Madabio, not sign this bill for goodness sake? Because the market, in all shapes, say na APC market, this or SLPP market. Now one market, the people that they go buy. You know, get Mende market or Temne market or Limba market. Now one market, the people that they go buy. Those living in the southeast, if they live in Nabo market, they go buy. You know, they go by say this time they market Nabo. No, like we get Mende church and Limba church. No, but now the only side that one day we're able to differentiate because we they gonna market for go buy if reach the 5,000, the same power supporter they go buy the same price. So they are, if you don't do one say for all the country, do one for your supporters them. Bring this sit down and think about this finance act. Not sign them. Do ya? Look waiting up where I do now in Liberia. Let that one they serve as a case study for you. Reflect on the way they sleep. Think about them properly. It become one of the global icons today as we speak. Opowea no relinquish power yet. ECOWAS already don't get a job. Do you, Mr. Madabio? Think about it. Last week I tell you the same thing. When Pakababi did in governance, we remember him for one thing, say bring peace na salon. Dr. Koroma, when he come, a revamp on the infrastructural development. What thing we go remember you for, Mr. Madabio? Say can kill people them and it out more hardship in the country. No, we not remember you for them things, although you don't do them. But try back for let you do a quick fix. If possible, within this 6-month period, there, I beg you, at the for night food on behalf of the people where they suffer, not sign that bill day. It's not nice for the country. So I stop here once again. I tell you plenty, thank you, the viewers them. Let us continue to have these discussions. We'll not go tired. We already don't be the sacrificial lamb there. For the sake of democracy, we will continue to do this until democracy return back in the salon. Thank you, one because we're sweet bonita for the time. I feel honored and appreciate you now for the time we give for me to come and discuss issues. I stop here for now. Plenty thank you to the technical team as well.
Thank you so much, Comrade Andrew. I think this is great because, again, us having you and what we always do on this platform is the subject matters, and we bring people that knows the subjects at hand, and our viewers can say to us, we have done more than justice to this particular topic. But again, because it's a broad topic where Comrade Wankas will say, well, we should leave Israel Papa out because if we go into that, it's a kind of worms that we don't know where we will end. But I want to say thank you so much to our viewers. And again, I want to apologize on behalf of our other guest, Aaron, that was not able to join us. But again, want to say thank you to the technical team and also my co-presenters, especially for Tia. She's on holiday right now, enjoying. But we want to say good evening and thank you so much. God bless. We remained the mouthpiece of the APC Diaspora Online TV platform. Every Sunday, myself, Owan Kesu or Fatia, will be live to bring you the news and analysis within the Sierra Leone spectrum. Good evening, comrades, and God bless.
Let go. Who's how we there? Now we there. APC. Who's how we there? APC. party, oh. APC, we no go come on, APC, we no go come on, APC, now we on party, oh. APC, now we on party, oh. Superbo, eh. Overtaking is allowed, Superbo, eh. Superbo, eh. Overtaking is allowed, Superbo, eh.